Hi everyone, Lesleyanne here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's start that again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. On my channel, I do a bit of all sorts really. It's a home style channel, so home style, home life channel. So everything that I kind of get up to and do, I share with you. So today I'm going to be starting the preparation for making my Christmas cake. We are in September, mid-September now, and it's time for me to make the cake. So I'm actually going to be making 2 Christmas cakes, and well, I'm going to make 1 Christmas cake, a small Christmas cake, and lots of little individual Christmas cakes. And then I'm also going to prepare the fruit for the Christmas pudding that I'm making. So I've got my scales, and each cake calls for 800 grams of fruit, mixed fruit. So get the scales ready, set onto grams. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 800 grams in of the mixed fruits, and then 800 grams again. So I've got raisins, I've got sultanas, I've got class A cherries and mixed peel that are going to go in for this prep, and then all the other things like the nuts, etc. will all go in at a later date when I start mixing the cake, but I want to soak this. So let's do so 300 sultanas to start with. And I'm going to go 300 of the raisins. There we go. And then I'm going to go some mixed peel. I'm going to put like about half of this in. See what that gives me. 700. And then some cherries which I want to chop. Just going to use the kitchen scissors to chop them. I've been doing this recipe for a long time, many years, and in fact it was my nan's recipe. I might have changed it a little bit over the years, but basically it's hers. So it's quite an old recipe. I could eat these cherries. They are just scrummy yummy, aren't they? And then I think while I've done this, I'm going to make a nice cup of tea. So I've been out this morning and I've had my nails done, toenails. I've had a pedicure and a manicure. I'll show you my nails. They're very autumnal right now. Right, nearly at 800 grams now. I'm at 800 grams. So I'm going to reset, and I'm going to do another 800. That way I don't confuse myself. Glacé cherries, get up to 800. Now I can give it a mix and pour in my alcohol. I haven't decided what I'm using. I need to go look in the garage. I think we've got bits of all sorts in bottles, you know, sort of that need using up, but I'm not really sure what we've got. So I don't know that we've got any brandy. I'm not sure. I might have. I know we've got whiskey out there, so I might use whiskey. I've got the butter out ready to soften up, ready for when I make it tomorrow. I've got to go to the hospital tomorrow for an x-ray on my hips because I've got a, what do they call it? A stress fracture in my pelvis. So I've got another x-ray tomorrow. I might concentrate on actually the cake tomorrow and get some more ingredients for the Christmas pudding, because I think I'm going to need, or I'm definitely going to need some more cherries and mixed peel. Gonna go get some booze. back. So I've got all the lovely, gorgeous coloured fruits there, like gems. Oh, they look lovely. So I found in the garage, there's some rum with mango and pineapple. And then we've got some Jack Daniel's whiskey. This is Tennessee apple one. And I think either or even both of these are beautiful for the cake. I'm going to remind myself of what that tastes like because I really can't remember. So guys, for the purpose of the video only, before I make the cake, I'm going to try it. So this is what it looks like. It's the Captain Morgan's Tiki mango and pineapple rum. So a little tiny bit. So I've just got a little tiddly bit in there, look. It's lovely. It's really pineapple-y. Very pineapple-y. So I think that'll do lovely. I'm going to mix them, I think. What I'm going to do, because this has still got like some of the cherry syrup, I'm going to add some into there. That's probably about 3/4 of that with the rum. And then I'll do the same and I'm sure I remember what that one tastes like, but should I try? You know, video purposes and all the rest. I mean, I wouldn't want you to think it was nasty and horrible if I didn't know for sure, if I could remember. I'm really not an alcoholic. Glug, glug. Oh, do you hear the glug, glug, glug? I've literally got a tiny little bit of that one. This is only a little tiny glass. It smells really apple-y, which it should because it is with Tennessee apple. Yeah. It's just lovely. I think I prefer that to the rum. Right, I want these fruits to completely plump up. So I've gone for a whole one of the whiskey. I mean, normally if I was using brandy, I would use like one of the bottles like that. So just going to see how this covers the fruit. Well, not literally cover it, I don't mean that, but I want a good lot of glugging in here for all to plump up, and I don't really think I've got enough. No, I haven't, because what's in here isn't even leaving a little well at the bottom, but not enough to plump up all this fruit. So I'm going to put, I think, a bit more of this, and then I'll save this and some of this for the pudding. If you're going to have a cake that has a flavour of whiskey, I know that alcohol would have burnt off, because that's not the point. The point is having the flavour. That's better. I can now see, sort of sitting maybe a quarter way up the bowl now, is the alcohol, and I will come and just sort of stir that every now and again, right up to sort of a good 24 hours before I actually make the cake. Right, let me show you what it looks like. Look at all those beautiful, beautiful jewels. Aren't they gorgeous? You can see, if I move the spoon to there, you can see, there you go, probably about half actually, I'd say. Maybe, yeah, halfway up the fruit, I'd say. And then I will just come and give this a good stir over the next 24 hours. Make sure everything is full of the alcohol and everything is lovely and plump in there. But doesn't that look beautiful? Really, really pretty. I've decided to do the fruit for the Christmas pudding. I still need some glacé cherries and some peel, but I will order those and get those, or just pop out for those tomorrow. But I'm going to get the main bulk of it done. So I'm going to get another bowl. I need 1 kilogram of fruit to do the Christmas pudding, so I'm going to do 2. So I'm going to put those raisins in. Oh, I don't know if I've got enough. I might have to do just 1. So let's see if I've got any more fruit. I might have some actually in the my little baking basket. Right, let's see if I've got any fruit in here. Flour. I want 2 kilograms, don't I? I'm gonna leave a bit of room for the cherries, etc. I'm gonna stick in some of these figs. I think they will be really nice. Let me just double check the date on them. Oh yeah, it's okay. Still in date. See what I did then. Oh, they're lovely. Right. I'll chop these. Oh gosh, they're so good. I'm sort of leaving the little stalky bits. It'll be a figgy pudding, won't it? Yeah, gonna be a figgy pudding. I feel a bit sozzled. Sozzled, even. I only had that little bit, but then it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I feel really hot now to take the jumper off as well. How am I doing? I've still got a fair old bit to do. So I might really make this a figgy pudding. Or these a figgy pudding, I should say. I've got some walnuts I might put in. And I might leave out the cherries then. The dried peel. I mean, you know, it's very much whatever you want to do really, isn't it? With fruit cakes and Christmas puddings. Right, put a few more in. I'm not doing them small. I want to be able to really get the taste of the fig. Chris has gone to the dump. He should be back soon. This particular Christmas pudding doesn't have any suet in it. So you could make this vegetarian if you wanted to. I mean, I will use, in my caking that I tend to use butter, but obviously you don't have to do that. And sort of alcohol wise, you can buy alcohol that hasn't I mean, I don't know about what I've just used, but I know you can buy alcohol that hasn't had any pesticides used on it. It's a good job I looked in there, because the date on these is the 27th of September. So I've still got like over a week. Gorgeous. Where did I buy them? I think I got these in Aldi's, you know. What have I got there? I'm gonna put some walnuts in. Everyone in the family can eat nuts, so that isn't a problem. I've got this stem ginger in syrup, and I'm tempted to use some of it. Taste a bit of the syrup. That's lovely. But it's just like an add anything to things like this. If you think that they're going to work, they probably will. Right, so I've got 4 pieces of the ginger there. I'm just going to chop it. Let's scrape some of the juice from this off into here. Right, it's that bit done. I'm going to finish that one. And then add some of this one. And then stir it with a different utensil, because it's got some different flavours in it. Give this a stir. Incorporate this into together. Make sure I've got enough alcohol in here to absorb it. A little bit of that syrup in. Cool. Once again, I can't see the alcohol at all. Like a bit more in. I haven't gone and bought any of this alcohol. We've had it like in the garage for probably since last Christmas, to be fair. But you can use apple juice. Apple juice is nice. I've made them with cold tea before. So say apple juice I've used, that's nice. So many different things. You don't have to add alcohol just because I have. I think that will be fine. Right, they're done. Right, so these are done now. So that's the one for the cakes. This is the one for the puddings. It's a smaller bowl, so it does look like I've got as much in there, but I actually don't. It is a smaller bowl that you can see. So I've stirred them, mixed them all in, and now I'm going to cover them with a tea towel each. Because it just makes it a little easier when it comes to, like when I'm out in the kitchen or I pop out to make a cuppa, I can just sort of turn the fruit and give it a stir. rather than put foil or cling film. When I go to bed, I'll probably pop a little plate on the top just to make sure it's secure there. But yeah, I will see you when I start to make the cake, my lovelies. Okay, so it's the next day. I am about to make the Christmas cakes and I need 400 grams of butter. I've had this stood out so that it is nice and soft. I'm going to keep the wrapper for greasing my cake tin. Oh, 396. There we go, that's the butter. Leave that to the side. I'm going to pop this in the blender. I'm using the KitchenAid today. Right, so whilst that's on over there, I'm going to get the eggs ready. I need 4 eggs and I need 200 grams of plain flour. I'm doubling up because I'm making either one and some little ones or 2. Haven't quite decided yet. So I need 400 grams of plain flour and 8 eggs. Right, 400 grams of flour to put here. And 400 grams of sugar, and I'm doing 200 of the dark muscovado and 200 of the light to mix it. So the sugar's in, that's all mixing together. Then I'm going to add a bit of egg at a time, followed by some flour at a time. And this actually stops the eggs from curdling if you add the eggs and then flour, sort of one after the other. Flour. I would usually use mixed spice, but I don't actually have any. I thought I did, so I'm going to use a teaspoon of ground sweet cinnamon and a teaspoon of nutmeg. That's what it looks like. So I'm just putting in a teaspoon of that. So that's all the fruit I've had for the cake, soaking up all that alcohol. Let's load up the cake. There's the fruit in there all done, all mixed. Let me see if I can show you. That's what it looks like. And this is going to go into the oven, fan assisted 160. for 2 hours, or 180 for 2 hours. And then when it's cooked, I'll take it out, leave it to cool in the cake tin, then probably take it out tomorrow and store it and feed it. And then a couple of weeks before Christmas, I will marzipan and ice it. That I think is enough in there. Because I want to save some mix to do some little individual ones in like a little muffin tins. So that is going to be fine for the size of my cake. And I tend to leave a little tiny indentation right in the middle so that if it rises, it doesn't sort of go to like a point, you know. So it's now going to go into the oven for 2 hours with butter. I shan't bother to line these, I think they'll be okay. I'll just give them a really good grease.
Well, no, will they? Are they like Christmas cake?
Yeah, little mini ones.
They'd be nice with custards.
This has literally just come out of the oven. We have actually eaten one of these with a coffee and it's delicious. Luke's gonna have one and then the rest I will store ready to feed and decorate for Christmas. And as I said, I've just taken this out of the oven, so I'm just gonna leave it to cool in the tin, in the cake tin, and then I'll turn it out when it's completely cooled. Right, so I've taken the cake out now, so it's nice and cool. Literally just slipped out from the cake tin. Underneath in here, I've just got parchment paper over the little ones. I'm just gonna put parchment paper over this one and then sort it all out properly tomorrow because it's like 11 o'clock now. Yeah, it looks lovely.